Hi, my name is Yasmin Mellis and I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and I'm an architect working in heritage and conservation.
Hi, I'm Ridula from Pune, India. I have been part of the summer school this year, 2023. I'm an architect, an urban planner, and currently doing my PhD, along with it practicing architecture.
My name is Leonneke. I'm an urban planning student, recently graduated, and now I'm here.
My name is Noah Tang. I am a history teacher from Bloomington, Illinois. So a relatively small town halfway between St. Louis and Chicago, and I teach world and American histories.
I found out about this summer school through the Prince's Trust Australia, who support sustainable building and educating young people on traditional building techniques. So they've supported my place in this summer school, which is incredible, and I'm really looking forward to taking this information back home and applying it in my career.
Yeah, so during my PhD, my guide had recommended this course, and also INBAU had hosted one of the event in my college. So yeah, we know about INBAU, so I was here.
I discovered the summer school on the Aesthetic City podcast with an episode with Joseph, and it was so amazing. I felt like I have to apply, and I immediately wrote a motivation letter, and I got in.
Yeah, I discovered this summer school. Actually, I've been in the, I would say the new urbanists Twitter and Facebook circles for a while now. So groups, people like Not Just Bikes, the Aesthetic City, as well as the New Traditional Architecture group on Facebook. And I saw a post last year introducing this summer school, and I really always wanted to go to the Netherlands because I've always heard about their wonderful urbanism, which is absolutely beautiful when I've actually came here to experience it. But I saw a post on Facebook and I might as well try to apply. So there's nothing really hurting. Why not?
Yeah, I have been completely blown away by this summer school. I have learnt so much about not only Dutch urbanism, classical architecture, but also how this can be applied in our current day and age, and specifically how building durable and long-lasting buildings can support a sustainable community. Some activities that we've participated in are measured drawing and perspective drawing, not only to practice the technique of drawing with pencil and pen on paper, but also to record what we see in person so that we can understand the proportions and what's successful, what's unsuccessful in places that we see, so that in the future we can apply that to whatever we're working with.
The contents of the summer school are really interesting. For an architect, I had basically never hand drafted quite a lot of times because we have softwares and we really don't rely on our hand-on skills. And here I got to explore all of that, and then the mentors here were amazing. So I just got more confidence about my drafting skills, my presentation skills, and yeah, it is definitely helping me for my research because there are a lot of relevant topics that were covered in the summer school. Yeah, very helpful.
I learned how to make a master plan, something I never learned in my urban planning degree. I learned measure drawing, perspective drawing, everything that comes to the table basically when creating a master plan and creating a beautiful city. I learned so many techniques, so many classical orders, which I never learned in my degree.
I learned a great deal that beauty is extremely important when you're going for longevity, right? If there's a building that is horribly ugly, it's not going to last a very long time. And instilling those principles of beauty, those principles of how do we build something that lasts a long time using traditional materials, I think that's extremely important. Thinking about the idea of mixed uses, right? You don't have separate zones where you have housing, you have commercial, you have industry, and you have public buildings. You all need to be put those all together, right? We have the res publica, res economica, and then you put that together and you've got the civitas, the whole city. So I think that's extremely important. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the range of topics that we were offered. Like, we learnt about a specific material use that's local to where buildings are placed and how that affects your understanding and the spirit of the place, and how that adds to the sense of, I guess, community and memory and identity of somewhere, so that you're not just seeing the same place or the same building in every place and feeling like you don't know where you are. I also really enjoyed like the specific kind of understanding of the Dutch classicism, and I think that balanced really well with some lectures we had on Dutch urbanism and new urbanism, and how that these things can work together, and to think about not only the building that you're designing, but also how that impacts the street and the community and the whole, I guess, town or city at large, how that impacts, or how that will impact future generations. Yeah.
I think all the topics went very well with my topic, my research topic, so it is helping me. And also due to rapid urbanization that's happening along the entire globe, I think this is very relevant that we study it.
I thought it was a good mix of architecture and urban planning, and also the whole real estate development and how everything ties together. It's one package, and they really delivered that, and I thought it was perfect.
I really enjoyed all the various lecturers that came in and talked to us, from I would say the huge figures in traditional architecture, like Robert Adam actually came today, and that was absolutely, his lecture was absolutely mind-blowing. The philosophy of architecture and urban design, and what is modern and what is in the past. I really liked the practical stuff as well. We had lessons in measured drawing as well as perspective drawing that really helped me with my skills. But we also had lectures on history and urbanism, how specifically the Dutch cities came to be, right? And then we did comparisons between Dutch cities, and this is what more modernist cities look like, maybe in the United States and other places around the world. So we're able to see how urbanism manifests itself in different places. And I think that's extremely important to take back to our local context.
I'm really looking forward to using my hand drawing techniques when I go back into the office, and making sure that I'm connecting with what I'm designing, whether that's like the proportions or making sure every line means something, and understanding the impacts of that when it's actually built, and making sure that it's something that's long-lasting and durable for future generations, and not just the current function that the current client or the current people who are going to use the building.
During this summer school, I really noticed that the urban design really fits to me and is really something I'm good at and something I would really love to pursue in my career. So I will definitely look for a job that can facilitate that, and in which I can grow and use the lessons I've learned in this summer school.
This knowledge is definitely going to be helping me for preparing my own drawings and probably impressing the client more. Along with that, it is definitely going to be add-on to my pool of research that I'm taking forward. And probably by my literature and my publications, I'd like to probably introduce it to more people who read my literatures.
Yeah, so as a history teacher, I do a lot of units on local history as well as urban history. So I would love to teach my students to appreciate the built environment around them, and now I kind of have the language to do that. I'm also involved civically in my own community with government officials, with organizations trying to make my city more beautiful and more economically and environmentally sustainable. So try to take a little bit of the Netherlands and bring it over to the Midwest in the United States. I feel like that is extremely important.
If you're thinking about joining this summer school, I'd really recommend it, especially if you're looking to maybe figure out like what your direction is within architecture or within urbanism, anything related to just, if you want to participate in creating a beautiful city, I think that everything involved in this summer school is really worthwhile, even if you have no background or maybe you have adjacent history or experience in the topics. I'd really recommend it for anybody who's looking to, I guess, upskill and also maybe choose a future direction for your career.
I like to recommend it to most of the people in my country and probably all Asian cities, because due to this rapid urbanization that's happening, I think we all need it the most. So yeah, all of the Asian cities, we need to look forward to this entire summer school and the contents of it.
I would recommend this summer school to anyone who has an interest in urban planning and architecture. Whether you're a journalist or, I don't know, a student, a high school student, or someone in the field of urban planning and architecture, if you have the passion, you should definitely join.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I almost did not go. I actually applied last year and then applied again this year. Last year I was put on the wait list, and then this year I was put in, and I was so hesitant, because it was a lot of, the traveling was pretty far for me, but this experience has been so rewarding, right? Not only do we have world-class lecturers and we're in a group of people, everybody is passionate, right? We get to do it in one of the most beautiful places I've ever been, and the knowledge that I have learned and the knowledge that my fellow classmates have learned, I feel like we can start to change communities around this planet.